There's a couple of interesting things that I didn't know about our city council going into this. I didn't realize that there was different structures for how a city government worked. In terms of, I always just thought, oh, you elect a mayor, you elect, the city council is doing one thing, the city manager does another. But there's a couple different styles. There's the strong city manager, weak mayor, and I don't mean anything against Rob Teich, I just mean like that's literally the way that it is structured. Or it could be a strong mayor and an administrative city manager. We have a strong city manager, weak mayor system. Nathan Henney, who's our city manager, and again, we have a strong city manager, weak mayor system. So our city manager essentially does what you probably think the mayor does, which is like runs the town, right? So he's got his staff, his assistant city manager is Amy Fuller, and so on down the lines. Our mayor is not elected individually. He's actually elected, he or she, maybe next time, you never know, in November, is elected actually by the council member. Amongst those 7 people that are on the council, we vote who we're going to elect to be the mayor amongst us. So we don't individually, as a community at large, vote for who the mayor is. The 7 city council members do. So every one of us city council members have been elected at large, which means that we are to represent, we're not elected just for our district, we're elected by the entire city to represent the entire city. So every election cycle, there's 4 people that are up for city council. 3 of those positions are 4-year terms, and one of them, whoever comes in 4th, will get a 2-year term. And so that 2-year term will turn over. So this year, this is the end of my senior year. I have been on council for almost 4 years, and I'm not running again because I feel like this has been a great learning experience. I'm happy to have done my part. I've taken it extremely seriously. I've given it all of my heart and all of my energy and my capacity. I really love community building. I will not stop community building. That's not going to happen. But as far as city council is concerned, I'm actually just finishing up my term. So I just figured I would let you guys know that it's not just rubber stamping. It's I think when you're doing it right, you're being critical and you're trying to think about the community and if something is going to benefit them or if it's going to set us back or if it's going to prioritize one group over another. Like I've really appreciated my time on council a lot. It's taught me a lot about myself. It taught me a lot about the community. It's taught me a lot about power dynamics and blind assumptions. I think that's been really fascinating to me. Unpacking it all, kind of working with people that you wouldn't normally necessarily agree with on a lot of things. But anyways, so I say this because we're coming up on an election cycle, and I think at the end of July is the deadline to get your signatures in or to go down to the county and say that you want to run for something. So city council is a great one. I'm not running, so that's one open seat. Jerry Haber is term limited. He's done because he's reached the end. Eventually you have to kind of take a break, right? They want to make sure that other people can run if you just keep running and winning. So he's term limited, and Janae Fear is term limited. So there's 3 open seats. And then Chris Owens was our 4th position in the last election. So he got a 2-year term. So he's running again. I'm pretty sure he's running again, but that's 4 seats. So if somebody has an interest or a passion for just rolling up your sleeves and getting involved, being part of the process, council's a great way to start or finish. I mean, it's not even a starting point. It's not even a starting point for a lot of people. It happened to be a starting point for me, but it's not a glamorous job, but it is, I think, meaningful. I think it's been meaningful. And so I would encourage anybody that's interested in it, you can reach out to me. I can give you more information, or reach out to the county clerk and just pick up the packet. It's like I think 40 or 50 signatures that you need for people, or you pay $100 and you can just submit your application to be on the ballot. But we really need a variety of voices in that room. In my opinion, I feel like I've posted about this before on my city council page. Our particular city council does not pay well. I'll tell you that up front. It's $10 a meeting. It's, again, it was designed, it's in the charter, it's set up in a way that's like, I think it's supposed to be a show of good faith. Like, oh, look at us, we're not doing it for the money, we're doing it because we care. The problem is, and I've said this before there on my page, and I did one of my little mini TED Talks on it, is that sometimes it can mean that people that are single parents or have dependent care, or maybe an elderly parent that lives with them, or somebody that needs to have care covered while you're doing the council meeting, it can mean that you're kind of subsidizing your participation, which I think that's lame. I think that, positions like this are so important to have every voice in, that I personally, I've been asking, I've been trying to figure out, like, how do we work around this charter in a way that keeps the spirit of the sentiment, which is, hey, we're doing this for the community, it's not about the money, but also then doesn't penalize people that maybe need that care coverage stipend or something like that. So I think this is to say that I think that all the voices in our community should be heard. And I think that if you're rich, you should run. And if you're poor, you should run. And if you're middle class, you should run. And if you're a single mom or a single dad, or if you're partnered up with somebody, or if you have, a PhD, or if you've got a college GED, it doesn't matter. I think that every voice is valuable and absolutely adds to the fabric of our community, and therefore should be at the table on the dais helping make the decisions. Because I say this all the time, like, you only know what you know when you know it, and you can't fake that. Like, I didn't know the blind spots of the community garden until I started doing doing one of the beds out there, and all of a sudden it's like glaringly obvious. So you can't be in all places at all times, and no one council person can have experienced all the walks of life around this town. So then we need to recruit people to actually participate in the process. And so anyways, this is my little PSA for today. I hope that this helps somebody out there that maybe is curious. Bye.